Could Black Bolt and White Flare be the next Hidden Fates? Or could it flop? In today's video, we'll break down the dual set from a collector and investor's standpoint, taking a look at English and Japanese markets, trends, and even making a few projections. So whether you're holding some shiny cardboard for the love of the game, for flipping short term, or holding long term, stay tuned because some of the things we're taking a look at might change the way you're thinking about spending your money on black and white. I'm Nicole, co-owner of Infinite Chaos TCG, an online card shop based in Los Angeles, created for collectors by collectors. Now let's get into it. When talking about artwork variants and print quality, Japanese cards historically have some printing differences, both in the quality of the centering and the exact holo foil that's used, as well as using like better cardstock and just overall better cuts on the cards themselves. Both English and Japanese will feature Rainbow Pokeball and Master Ball parallel foils, but the implementation could be different. For instance, the Japanese Pokemon card 151 set had Pokeball reverse patterns that the English later adapted into their prismatic set. However, since it's planned from the get-go in these sets, we do expect that the English cards will have Pokeball parallels. Japanese collectors will have access to the 35 card jumbo packs, each containing 5 boosters worth of cards, aka 25, with a guaranteed art rare. This is a product that likely won't exist in English, but they may make something similar like a God pack that's all IRs or something hopefully like that. I don't know. As far as set exclusive goes, as of right now, it appears that no cards have been cut from the Japanese set. So English sets will be getting all of the same Unova Pokemon and the all-new rarities. One subtle exclusive difference is going to be in the packaging and the pack art. As is typical with Japanese packs, each pack will feature either Zekrom or Reshiram only, as opposed to having different pack arts. For example, Heatwave Arena is all the same. Glory of Team Rocket similarly is all the same. Meanwhile, Destined Rivals has 4 different pack arts, 2 for the protagonists and 2 for the villains. In this case though, the English packs might mirror the Japanese in that there will only be Zekrom or Reshiram pack arts in their respective sets. Or at least that's the only pack arts we've seen in the little bit of information that we've gotten regarding Black Bolt and White Flare in English, so it could be different when it really releases or when we get more information. But for now, it looks like the pack art is gonna be just those 2. If you enjoy collecting sealed packs, you might enjoy Japanese packs just because they tend to use better foil for their packaging. And like I just mentioned, the actual art on the pack is probably gonna be different than the English counterparts, even if they do only use 1 pack art in English. In addition, Japan offers booster boxes whether the set is standard or holiday. However, in English, there is no booster box for either White Flare or Black Bolt. There's just the mixed products and the themed products. So you're not gonna get as many packs in any product as opposed to the Japanese booster boxes, which will offer 30 packs each. So if you're chasing the art more than the playability of the cards and you want to open up like a ton of either set at one time, the Japanese booster boxes might be the way to go. A quick note, Japanese sets like these often see a huge initial demand. For example, 151 in Japanese sold out instantly. We do anticipate the Black Bolt and White Flare in Japan will be pretty hot, so single card prices will probably be pretty high from the get-go, at least until the English release. When the English cards do release, there's really only one of 2 things that will happen. Either the hype will escalate on a global scale, or prices will stabilize as more product becomes available. Sometimes, Japanese exclusive prints like trophy cards or lottery promos do become extremely collectible, or as the English sets don't have those cards in them. However, for the main set cards, we do expect the experience to be more or less the same, especially if you're just collecting for the art. Although Black Bolt and White Flare haven't released at the time of this analysis, early indicators show strong interest from both collectors and investors. Here's what we're seeing and expecting from the market front. As soon as the dual sets were announced, fans were immediately made aware that this is a specialty set. In fact, major retailers and card shops have already started taking pre-orders for ETBs and collection boxes. Many stores are even bundling the ETBs together, anticipating that people will want one of each. Some hobby stores have reported that their allocations are sizable, but pre-orders are filling up fast. A little more on that note, the Pokémon Center ETBs sold out in a couple hours, which is a pretty long time for any current set to be sold out in, but that's only because the Pokémon Center website was vetting people pretty harshly and stopping people from being able to check out unless they tried several times and on different browsers. To further my point, the lack of a standard booster box means competitive players might also be pre-ordering more of these products than usual in order to get the same amount of packs. Another factor that would tighten supply for future releases. As far as product availability, the release is staggered in 3 waves: July 18, August 1st, and August 22nd, which should help with the availability of product. For example, if something sells out in Wave 1, Wave 2 might bring more stock for that product along with the other releases. Products like the mini tins and poster collection are typically produced in high quantities, but since they're highly sought out by casual collectors, they may just literally fly off retail shelves. In contrast, the Victini illustration collection may be a sleeper hit. It has multiple promos and fewer packs, so stores might opt to carry less of this sealed product. However, Victini's somewhat niche popularity and the unique contents might drive up the secondary market, especially if the box is underprinted. By Wave 3, anyone who's still looking for packs can probably get some, as they will be releasing the booster bundles at that time. I do suspect that Pokemon is trying to satisfy both the FOMO buyers and the ones who either had to or were able to wait. Overall, we're hoping that Pokemon has learned something from past holiday sets like 151 and Paldean Fates, and prints a little more just in case. As far as the secondary market and singles goes, it's a bit early to talk about singles prices since the cards literally aren't out yet. But based on sets with a high number of illustration rares like 151 or even Crown Zenith, in a way, we can make some general assumptions. Illustration rares for fan favorite Pokemon like a full art Zoroark or really cute Snivy illustration rare could command some pre-release pricing once the cards have been revealed. Even the Victini with the butt wings could be a fan favorite. I mean, kind of weird, but some people are into that. You can expect pre-sale listings on Japanese markets or proxy sellers to really go nuts, which in turn will set expectations for the English sets. Likewise, the Black-White Rare Zekrom and Reshiram Secret Rares could be the equivalent of Chase Charizards in the sets, so some early buyers may be prepared to pay the premium on those. On the flip side, because every Pokemon gets an illustration rare, many of them will be of niche interest. We could see a situation where a handful of top cards hold most of the value, while many of the lesser-known Pokemon illustration rares end up becoming more affordable. This is really good news for the collector who just wants nice art and maybe a card for their obscure favorite. And maybe less of good news for those of you looking for pack value, just because you may pull the common IRs more easily than the expensive ones. As we approach release, do watch the price on sealed ETBs. It's important to keep an eye on exactly how high these products can go for in the secondary market, as well as how low. I would watch to see if any one of the products sells more than its counterpart. For example, if more Black Bolt ETBs sell because of Zekrom, it might gain a premium over a White Flare ETB. Lastly, keep an eye on single card pre-sale listings from Japan on eBay. If, say, Reshiram Black-White Rare is selling for hundreds of dollars overseas, you'll likely know that that's going to be the chase card once it comes out in English. Pre-order prices for the common products seem to be fairly reasonable depending on where you're looking. This suggests that big box retailers do anticipate having enough stock to cover the initial demand. Other items like the Victini collection box may have less listing, a potential hint that this product could become scarce. So keep your eyes open if you're planning investments or early buys. In conclusion, Scarlet and Violet Black Bolt and White Flare are shaping up to be landmark releases for the Pokémon TCG. They combine nostalgia for the Unova region with modern card collecting trends, all while making Pokémon TCG history in English as the first dual launch. We've covered the essentials, from the confirmed release dates, product lineup, and exciting new card styles, to the comparison with Japan's counterpart and what the market is saying. If you're a collector, buckle up and get ready for an expansive hunt that will fill your binder with some of the most diverse artwork any single generation has ever received. If you're an investor, these sets offer a unique opportunity with its novelty as a dual set release, as well as some likely long-term appeal. Just remember though, if you're gonna rip, balance it with your holding strategy. Personally, I'm thrilled to see Unova get this spotlight, although I am still waiting for the Alola expansion. Pokemon like Reshiram, Zekrom, Victini, and even the little guys like Scraggy or Ducklet are getting their moment to shine in cardboard form. It's almost like a mini celebration of the black and white era, which doesn't really happen that often. Whether your journey has already visited Unova or you're discovering it for the first time, Black Bolt and White Flare promise something for everybody. If you want to stay ahead of the curve on new sets, Pokemon news, or anything Pokemon at all, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and check out our shop. We're collectors too, and we're here to help you build your dream collection without getting crushed by the market's chaos. Instead, be the chaos. Until next time, keep the passion alive, may the pulls be with you, and happy collecting.